Welcome everyone to this episode of Awaken the Possibilities. I'm your host, Terry Wildemann, and as you know, I bring you some really rock star guests, and their focus is to help you grow in business and in life. Today, I have an awesome guest who's going to be chatting with me on how he has grown his businesses during this time of chaos. And I'd like to introduce you to Roger Salam, who is an award-winning inspirational speaker, a best-selling author, and global mastermind leader. He facilitates world-class masterminds all across the globe that accelerate, amplify, and maximize business and life. The National Academy of Best-Selling Authors awarded him Thought Leader of the Year award. He's also the founder of Equity and Help Utah LLC, which is a turnkey real estate investing company. Inc. 500 fastest growing company with clients in 13 countries. His mission is to help 100,000 low-income families achieve home ownership through the exclusive PhilanthroInvestor program. Try saying that 3 times fast. While giving investors passive residual income at 8 to 12% ROI in a safe and secure way, backed by real assets. He has delivered over 10,000 professional talks in North and Central America, Middle East, Europe, and Asia. He's originally from Bangladesh and has 3 lovely daughters. His mission is to empower entrepreneurs to achieve financial freedom and lead a purpose-driven, fulfilling, and happy life. Welcome to the Awaken the Possibilities Podcast, Roger. It's so exciting to have you here.
Pleasure and a blessing.
You know, Roger, we were talking about how things are really challenging right now for a lot of small businesses. I would love to hear what it is that you're doing specifically that is helping you go into places that a lot of the other businesses can only dream about going, because you are making an income during this challenging time.
I have. First of all, it really, because it's unprecedented, and I have made a personal shift, Terry. It's being from the motivational, inspirational industry background and coming to people and said, hey, look at the lemonade. I mean, make the lemonade out of this lemon and foresee the silk. No, stop. People, if you are not affected by this, this is the first time in the history of mankind that almost every country is being affected, people simultaneously.
Yeah.
So there are people that are day laborers, that they live hand to mouth, that what silver lining, they cannot get to their job to make food for the day, earn bread for the day. So if you don't have the compassion that I stopped, I took a step back, this is the time first to listen and empathize. I have met, Terry, more great people in the last 4 weeks than the previous 4 months. And one thing I have done and how I have done it is I have doubled down on my marketing in terms of not marketing to sell things, not marketing to show, hey, this is what you can buy from me. I wanted to reach out to thought leaders like yourself that are making a difference. And I want to have a one-on-one conversation, not a group conversation. And this connection, I have reconnected with people that I haven't in this one-on-one way, in a way better than one in person, because those new people, and I've met around the globe, and one such individual who impacted me this way, he came to me and said that, listen, if you said you're going to help me, I want to come and meet you right now. And he just showed up in my office about 3 weeks ago and said, I can solve all the problems of the world. I said, oh, really? I said, is your middle name Pollyanna? I'm like, and then he starts these short answers. How do you solve all the problems of the world? Short answer, there's an app for it.
Ah.
And he literally has created an app, a platform. And as I started talking to him, I've rarely met people that passionate about helping people. And right now, he said, look, how do you solve all the problems of the world? Is two things. And one is, tell me one problem on the planet that we cannot solve as humanity if we are unconditional and we're selfless. And what has happened is it took us eons as humans to become selfish and conditional. Tit for tat. Even, he said, even Facebook, when we post something, it's conditional because I want the likes. If somebody got 4 million likes and I got 4 likes, oh my God, they're 4 million times better than me. I gotta, jump off the cliff. And nobody likes me anymore. So it's all by comparison. And so he said, we cannot just snap a finger and make everybody unconditional and selfless today. What we have to do is, it took us eons, we need to practice being unconditional and selfless. And just like the random acts of kindness, there's an app he has created, and where anybody, it's free, and you just go there every day, write what HOP, H-O-P. Here's what I'm hoping. These are my obstacles and these are my plans. And people anywhere randomly can give you a one-way feedback, just a pat on the back. And you cannot get reply back. This is not a messaging app. It's a one-way app, and you can give them support in any way, shape, or form. If they're saying that, look, I have a friend, Terry, in Brazil. He has less than $100 in his bank account. And he went for a walk in Copacabana. He lives there on the beach, and he saw a homeless person. And literally the $2 that he had, he bought a meal instead of buying for himself, bought for that homeless person, because he had a few dollars more than that person. And then that impact, he went and he wrote about it in Facebook. Next day, in Copacabana, in Brazil, now he has started a movement. Somebody, a philanthropy group, saw his thing and sent him money. He had less than $100. Somebody sent him $300 unsolicited. And then he goes, wow. Then he went and fed 15 people the next day. And now, through his example, people all over the country are going there. Literally in Brazil, I spoke to him on Sunday, and he was showing me that, look, bro, what I have done, I forgot about myself. And I just looked at who is more impacted than me, who has less than, let me just focus on them. And look, he didn't have to worry about himself. The universe took care of him. And I love what you talk about, Terry, the intuitive leadership. That intuitively he knew that he could go out and try to make another extra couple of bucks, or be selfless and unconditional in his giving. And the universe says, I get goosebumps. So I have dialed down my motivation, that how do you make business? If you want to have that conversation, I will have that conversation, but I don't start there. I used to start there. Man, get your attitude right. Get your, no, I just want to listen, because I personally have met also great people, very successful, but now they have never been confined in their home, and they don't even know how to deal with it.
I don't know what to do.
So genuinely, so from that, and they're not financially suffering or food or anything else, psychologically, they're suffering because they don't know how to handle this. So just
Right.
listen, and then I give some pointers and nothing to do with business. But if somebody wants to talk to me about business, as I was telling you that I have two business. One
Mhm.
business is down because it's a live event business. But my other business, the one that you mentioned about my mission of helping 100,000 low-income families and investment turnkey, we had our best month ever in the business history of the business last month in April.
And
And
I have to say this, Roger, that you are proving a point that I have been focusing on in the last few months, and is actually a part of what intuitive leadership is all about. When you focus on giving, when you focus on appreciation, when you focus on gratitude, prosperity is the natural result of that. If you focus on prosperity, i.e., money first, and then forget about the rest, all you're focused on is money, 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 prosperity comes by very, very hard, if at all. And you don't feel good about yourself. There's nothing, it's all about money, and money doesn't make you happy. It really doesn't. People say, oh my God, if I had $1 million, I would be so happy. Okay, and what would you do with that $1 million? So, and I've often said, what would you do if you had $1 million? And one of the things that people often say is, well, I'll take this vacation or that vacation or this thing or that thing. And it's all a lot of material things. And then there are other people who are, well, I would love to set up a foundation. I want to help people do this. I want to, first I will pay off my bills. Okay. Hey, we can do that. And I want to create another foundation to help other folks. And I see magic happen all the time like that. Yes, it's lovely to be able to take a vacation, and we need to take care of ourselves. We really need to take care of ourselves when things are very challenging. But to live a life of appreciation and gratitude, those two emotions specifically increase our resilience, and it brings more good stuff to us. The example of your friend in Copacabana, what a perfect example of giving. Okay, giving to somebody, and then, oh my gosh, look at the prosperity that came afterwards. That's how the universe works. That's, people say, law of attraction doesn't work for me. Well, law of attraction works 24/7. It's not, law of attraction isn't only when you do good stuff. Law of attraction is constant. It is 24/7. So it's what you focus on. So if you're only focusing on money, 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 whatever comes about influences that thinking. If what you're focusing on is giving and gratitude and appreciation, like you and your friend, more prosperity comes and more prosperity comes. It's just law. It's just the way it works.
I have, I'll give you my two favorite topics that I study every day are money and happiness. These are my two favorite topics, and business is a subset of money. So,
Yes.
and the reason most people don't have either money or happiness is, number one, is they have the wrong, they don't have clarity on either of them. And when you talk about happiness, I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you another perspective that people who say money can't buy happiness don't know where to shop. So that, and I'm being slightly
I
facetious.
just say that as I was taking a sip of water.
The,
That was great.
and if and I can go into whole detail into this, but let me give you a resource of a book that I've read, and written by a research. I love books written not just this what we the popular pop psychology that, hey, just feel good type. And she's a Stanford research scientist and wrote a book called The How of Happiness. The How of Happiness. And it's people think that money will buy them happiness. The truth is it does, but temporarily. It's always short term, and they put the wrong things. So if you, anything you want in life, anything you want in life, first make it a study. First make it a study. And one of my mentors, because if you want to talk about money, we can take this, we're having a fireside chat any direction you want. It's the
We'll
reason
go there.
don't have money is because they don't even know what money is.
Mm.
That,
Now that, okay, they don't know what money is. Let's unpack that a little bit, because
okay.
people who are listening in the audience are like, what is he talking about?
So let me ask you, Terry, let's play along with me. If I ask
Okay, let's
you,
play.
and I, when I'm doing a live event and I said, hey, especially the first time, I said, you and I don't know each other, we're meeting for the first time. And I said, one thing we all have in common right now, if we put all the bullshit aside, is that you're here because you and I both, we want to make more money. And they said, is that a true statement? I said, yes. I said, not just you and me, even Donald Trump wants to make more money. No matter how much he has, he wants to make more. And so one thing we have in common, humor me first. Tell me, what is money, Terry?
Well, it depends. If you're looking at the hard cash, okay, it's the dollars, the cents, the dimes, the nickels, the pennies. That's money.
Then what about pounds and
Or
rupees?
pounds and you know all the other, you know, whatever the currency is
Okay.
in each country.
So you just want currency. You don't want bank wire.
Bank wire.
If you want just the hard currency, you will not accept a bank wire from me.
Well, I'll accept a bank wire if I.
Okay. So isn't that not money?
It is money. Yes,
Okay. So that doesn't have anything hard currency,
you're absolutely right.
and you will not take any other stocks, bonds, gold.
Oh, I have lots of stocks and bonds. Oh yeah, I'll take those. That's money. Yes, absolutely.
And so, and I will. I ask people this question, and the answers are varied. That the answer that you give, it's not that it's a wrong answer. What I call is a partial answer.
Well,
It's
it's very on the surface.
yeah, it's a scurry on the surface, and they said money is energy, money is all of those things. It's not that money gives you freedom, money's freedom. So I said, I didn't ask you what money does. I asked you what is money. The fundamental question is money does give you power, money does give you freedom, money does give you options,
Yes.
money does, and all of those things are true, but they're the answer to the wrong question. It's what money does is the right question, but I'm asking today is what is money? And my mentor told me that 70% of the things that comes out of my mouth, I don't understand.
Wow, that's what I call calling you out, Roger.
And literally calling me out, and I'm like, wait a minute. And good fortune never came to me in the form of a lottery ticket or a check. Good
Right.
fortune has always come to me in the form of a new mentor, a new friend, a new a subject matter expert. And I literally, one mentor left and another mentor showed up, and I said to himself, I think he challenged me, and he asked me this question, that what is money? Because you want more of it. I said, absolutely more. And my answer was very similar to yours, because we go to the same water cooler.
Yeah.
Our answer is going to be very similar unless we go to a different source. And first thing he told me is, although it's semantics, that you and I, we talk about make money, make more money, make more money. I said, there's only two kinds of people on this planet make money. Only two kinds of people make money: governments and counterfeiters.
Oh.
They are the only two kinds of people that make money. It is you and I don't make money, we have money.
Yes.
If you don't understand the difference over there, you just missed the first point about money. And he goes, from now on, I say when I go to seminar, I say, make money, because that's the language they understand. I said,
Right.
from this moment forward, take that word out of your vocabulary.
Yeah.
That we do not make money, we have money. That means we have to do something else. It is a byproduct. It is a automatic next step.
Okay, so
You
let me
add
ask,
value.
what about instead of making money, you have make money, have money. What about in the middle? We attract money.
It's be, do, and have.
Be, do, have.
Be,
Okay.
do, and have. And if you want to know the definition of money, and literally, and he said, I don't want a partial definition. I'm not interested in your opinion about money. I'm not interested in, that's 99% the truth. I want 100% of the truth, that this is money everywhere to every person, and in one answer. I said, wow. As a matter of fact, Terry, I'm going to raise the bar right now. That I'm going to give you a definition of money.
Okay.
That before we finish this interview, before you get up from that chair, or the listeners that are listening to me, that before they get up, finish this interview, that they will have the ability to make more.
Okay. But you use the word make. We don't make money.
Yes, so that because that's what they understand right now.
Got it.
I take them into the journey. So
Okay.
you always relate to what they know, and then create the bridge, and then take them on the other side. Because I haven't told you what money is.
Yes.
But that's the level of clarity that my mentor taught me that you need to have. You study it, you make it a study, not a casual reading. And I started moment he said that about money, because that's something your listeners, me, and I said everyone wants more of. So if you want to get more of, you have to have clarity. And the level of clarity I'm talking about is the moment you know what it is, you'll have the ability to make more right now. Not tomorrow, not the next hour.
Chill on that.
This moment. That's the level I'm talking about. And he says, and if you're listening to me, write this down. He said, money is simply an idea backed by confidence.
I love that.
Money is an idea backed by confidence. So if money is an idea backed by confidence and you want more of it, what do you need more of?
Confidence.
Confidence. So my next question that he asked me, Terry, is what is confidence?
To me, confidence is knowing what you're doing and believing that what you are doing is the right path.
Yes. And so what I'm talking about is that it's not to me. Same thing. I'm not interested in what is to you. I want to know what is the truth. That's everyone. The definition I gave you, money, it's every country. Every time somebody gave you money is because if 10 people applied for a job, only one person will get that job. Why did the employer give that person the job? Because they had more in what?
Confidence.
They had more confidence in that person to be able to deliver that job. And of course, remember I said, when they do the job, money is a byproduct. They have more money.
Is it confidence and belief or just confidence?
Confidence. So this is what he was trying to say, that 70% of the things that I don't understand is because if I told you, like I said, that if this is a gold bullion, if this was a gold bullion, but you don't know what a gold bullion looks like, is it possible that you're going to walk by this every time and never pick it up?
Yeah, of course. If you don't know what gold bullion is.
So same thing. It's amazing to me that why should money come to you when you can't even tell me what money is? Why should the universe give you money? Why would you attract money? You want the law of attraction.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about law of attraction. The universe does not deliver in a state of confusion.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
The more clarity you have, clarity is like the fastest point of manifestation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is, and confidence is trusting in your own decisions.
And belief in your own decisions.
So
it's an energy.
Every time you have any time you have in your life and you look back, there are no exceptions, that whenever you've been confident, that means you trusted your decisions. Two paths came in, diverged, and you have to choose one. You have to have confidence in your trusting in your decision to go right instead of left. And if from that perspective, and if you want to know what money is, exchange for money happens is specialized knowledge. Why somebody gives you more money, more specialized your knowledge, the more money you make, or more money you have in this case, is who makes more money, a general physician or a heart surgeon? Which one, who makes more money, a general physician or a heart surgeon?
The heart, well, all of a sudden all these questions came up, but I'm just going to throw out there the heart surgeon, because they're specialized.
Because the heart surgeon is more what?
Specialized.
More specialized. So that's why, and if an astronaut can drive a rocket versus a plane, because a rocket is more specialized, so they get more compensated when they come out of that specialized. Anything that you have is specialized knowledge. It's when I lost all my money, that I was a dot-com millionaire, went from dot-com to dot-gone practically overnight. Wow. And how did I get back is specialized knowledge, that I went to somebody who said how you can make money in real estate with no money, no credit. So I said, how is it possible that you can buy a real estate that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, not tens of thousands, with no money, no credit? Because you need specialized knowledge, not money. And I went and got that specialized knowledge first. Said today that when I do my real estate training, and that's the knowledge that I got, and I can impart, and in many ways, we can, in everything, that every time when you hire someone, their salary depends on how specialized their knowledge is. The fewer people have that knowledge, the more they'll make, because it's highly, highly specialized.
So it goes with the adage, knowledge equals money.
Yes. So it's specialized knowledge, and more specialized, the more you'll make. So anything that you have right now, that a realtor can make money in real estate, but that's not a specialized knowledge, because there are millions of realtors. So and the reason they are listing a property, because they cannot buy it, because they think they don't have money. So I ask people, why don't you buy real estate? Because I don't have any money, idiot. I said, that's the first thing. He said, let's be our secret, that because majority of the people believe that they need money to buy real estate, and that's why they don't join the real estate investing game. I have chosen real estate investing as my vehicle to create financial independence for me and for someone else. Because that, to me, it's the easiest way for someone who wants to put in their time, can regain financial independence right now. Right now, you can start from nothing, like I did, nothing, and rebuild it.
How long have you been in this real estate game?
I was a dot-com millionaire in 1999, and then when the dot-com bubble bursted, and I say that when the stock market crashed, I slept like a baby, woke up every hour and cried. So, sorry, I talk again when you're sipping your water.
You wait until I have a sip of water for these zingers?
And, late night.
As I joke.
I literally, those of people who understand what margin call is,
right.
And with margin call, I was looking at zero up in the ceiling. And I was so far below with the margin call that I thought, God, just give me the rope, get it over with, because this is an abyss. This is not a gap. Right. I can't get out of this thing, because when you're down, all the negative thinking comes to you.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm like, with all my Tony Robbins training, nothing helped. I can't get myself.
And Roger, that's where a lot of people are right now.
Yes, exactly.
So you sharing your story, I believe, is very important to show people how there's opportunity here.
Yes. And I literally just, you become paralyzed. So late night, I'm flipping through channels, not watching it, just to keep my mind occupied with something, so that I wouldn't just constantly get worrisome. You've done that. You flip through channels. All of a sudden, here comes a late night infomercial snake oil salesman, and he goes, "You can make money in real estate with no money, no credit." I said, "I qualify." He goes, "I'm doing a free seminar." I said, "I can afford it." What I didn't know, that he was free to get in, not free to get out.
Oh,
If you've been to that seminar, it's like $30,000 later,
wow.
that I did not have. I put my last credit card. That means I borrowed the money. My philosophy in life, Terry, is I will trust you unless you give me reasons not to. All those people on television, the infomercial, gave testimonials, and these people in live seminar standing up and saying how they made money in real estate. And the difference between $3,000 and $30,000, they had a $3,000 program that was basically the home study course. One thing I knew in my life at that point, because of my personal development training, I said, information doesn't move people.
Right.
Information doesn't transform. A mentor does.
Yes.
So I said, if I have any choice to become successful, I need a mentor. The $30,000 is the only one that came with a mentor. The $3,000 is a do-it-yourself. And people who put 3,000, they lost all 3,000, most of them.
Wow.
The 30,000, you have a fighting chance of getting it back. And I put 30,000 that I did not have. I said, I better make the money back something before the end of the month, because I do not have the minimum payment it will take to make the payment. So my the $30,000 did not buy me 10 times better education. It gave me the 10 times more commitment. I am committed.
My mouth. I was going to say you were committed and you were driven at that moment.
I was driven. I was calculating how much every word that I paid for. And I wish I could tell you that, just like a Hollywood movie, on the 29th day, I made the deal and the money came on the 30th day for me. No, it took me 6 months. It was the longest 6 months of my life. And gazillion times during that 6 months, I thought of quitting. I'm going, what the hell am I doing? I had to rob Peter to pay Paul. I know nobody else, our listeners, has ever done that. The only formula for success, Terry, that I know of, the only formula for success is called WEIT. That's the only formula that works.
Are you going to explain it?
WEIT, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. And most people mistake the most fundamental thing is of commitment. Commitment comes first. Everything else is secondary. And of course, I was the #1 speaker trainer for Tony Robbins. I just retired. This is after my retirement. I lost everything. And I came back. I have the skill set to go get a job. I can go, but I made a commitment and I borrowed $30,000 and I am going to make it. I can tell you all sorts of stories of what it took during the hardship of those 6 months. But then once I made my first deal, and then the floodgate opened. It's the hardest thing, is the one thing. And it's a mentor when he came into town. And then I was getting ready to get ready, and was so scared to pull the trigger.
That piece right there. You were so scared to pull the trigger. Can we focus on that for a moment? Because I find that a lot of folks get so stuck there. They make all of these investments, and a lot of them, I believe that's why they spend money on these coaching programs,
Yeah.
and then they're complaining that it's all about the coach. But
Most people don't realize that the mentor's job is not to give you the information, because
yes,
you can find that information and Google it, everything you'll
please
find.
go to Google.
The greatest thing, and I'll tell you the true story, that one question my mentor asked that changed my entire life, put me in the path of success. Because the greatest asset that the mentor brings is for you to lean on their shoulder, and they provide you the confidence that they're the safety net. Because Terry, I told you that I didn't have a dime. I'm just borrowing, robbing Peter to pay Paul, just the minimum payments and to buy food. And this is 1999. I just had my first child, and my spouse is saying, why aren't you going to get a job? And we can, and I am moving forward. And as I said, I went to seminar after seminar after seminar to getting ready to get ready. And with all my training, I'm just scared to pull the trigger. And finally, when the mentor came to town, it's one-on-one. It's in a seminar, you can hide.
Yeah.
You
Now,
know,
wait a minute. I'm a little confused. Is this part of the 30,000?
part of the 30,000.
Okay.
Part of the 30,000 is that you schedule, and you go to this first, you go to the seminars, you get the education, and then the mentor comes to town.
Got it.
Or one-on-one. And when the mentor came to town, of course, they gave me some homework before they came, and he flew into town in Tampa. I picked him up at the airport. He came to my office, and he was testing my knowledge. Within the first hour, he knew that I practically memorized everything on the manual.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the theoretical knowledge, and he also gave me homework that go scout some properties in a neighborhood, because we're going to do practical, not theoretical, because you already went to the seminar. And so he wanted to have like 3 properties to look at. I had like 9. And we go to the very first house. It's in the hood. And because that's all I can afford to look at, the low-income neighborhood in the hood. And it's a 650 square foot home, 3940 40th Avenue South in South St. Pete. South St. Pete is like the hood. And my lifestyle never took me to South St. Pete. Prior to that, I had to ask someone, where is the hood? Because that's where he had wanted me to prospect. And this house, I went with my mentor, and he walked through the house in 5 minutes, because it's a 650 square foot house. And 5 minutes he walked up, and he goes, it's a great house, go buy it. I'm thinking, easy for you to say, whose money are you gonna spend? And so I'm like, I'm not admitting to him that I'm scared, that it's not that I'm not trusting you, that it's a good deal. So I'm hiding behind intellect. So I told him that this might be a good deal, but should we look at all the other houses that I have listed and then decide which ones that could be a better deal?
Well, that is logical.
That is very logical. But let me ask you this. So he goes, no, this is a good deal. He's pushing me, and I am resisting, and I'm resisting. And finally, he senses my fear, and he goes, no, Roger, I'm here for you. So let's go look at all those houses, and then we'll decide. And we're about to get into the car, and he asked me one question that changed my life. We're just getting in the car. He's on the other side, about to get into the car. And picture ourselves that he's on the passenger side. I'm about to get into the driver's side. And we're having this conversation over the hood of the car. He's looking at me. He goes, Roger, I don't want you to ever think that I'm greedy or there's a conflict of interest or anything. I'm asking this question with an if, and only if, capital if. He goes, let me ask you this. After we look at all these other houses, if you decide to pass on this house, do you mind if I buy it?
Huh.
I said to myself right at that point, I said, hold on. You have never been to South St. Pete in your life, am I correct? He goes, yes. Because I know I picked you up from the airport. You just flew in, so you couldn't have been here. So you could, and you just literally walked through the house in 5 minutes, and you said it's a good deal. And you saw, and you knew you're that confident about that this is a good deal that you're willing to put your own money to buy this house, and in 5 minutes you can make this decision. He said, Roger, I knew this was a good deal in your office before we even came here. I would have bought the house based on the numbers. The numbers is, you showed me the numbers of all the homework, what the value is, what the purchase price is and everything else. The reason I came to see the house is because of you. I would have bought it in your office. If McDonald's work here, will the McDonald's work there? Do you have to go, if the similar condition exists, will a McDonald's work there? Yes. So he doesn't have to look at the house. And he said it's a gradient, I don't want you to like freak out that I buy houses sight unseen. Now I bought hundreds and hundreds of houses without ever seeing a house, because we're not looking at the house, we're looking at the numbers. And so what did he give me? Knowledge or confidence?
Confidence.
Confidence. And right then and there, I said, get out of the car. If you're willing to put your money that, I'm willing to buy this house right now. And guess what, Terry? I didn't have any money. I had my last Amex card. That house was $19,000. I put it on my credit card to buy that house.
Wow.
And that $19,000, I put about $10,000 in it, and to make it brand new. Mm-hmm. And so I had about $30,000. And the moment I finished this house, in 30 days, I made it brand new roof, central heat and air, all new windows, new kitchen, new carpet, everything new. And I got an appraisal of $65,000.
There you go.
So that means I just bought a brand new house for less than 50 cents on the dollar. Mm-hmm. And I refined, instead of, I couldn't sell it. Long story short, that was another whole lesson on real estate investing. I refinanced it at 80% cash out. And I got 65, I got $52,000. That was my first check, because 80% of 65 is 52. And I paid off the 30,000, and I had almost $22,000, my profit, and I still owned the house. And my payment was $450, and my lease option, the
rent,
rent was $650. So every month I was making $200. And I owned that property. I bought and sold that property 3 times. And that was my very first deal. Made $22,000. Then immediately the next week I bought the house next door for $22,000. Then I bought the house across the street for $250. Then I bought the house 4 houses down for $25,000. That's a 4-bedroom house. To this day, I remember like it's yesterday. With it, boom, the first house was done. The next one is just a cookie cutter. And in the same block, I bought 4 houses, and I took off and never looked back. And me and my partner in the next 5 years owned 500 houses in that 5 counties surrounding. I had my real estate infomercials running on television. I had signs and everything. I just scaled the operation.
Wow. So was your mentor your partner?
Yes.
Got it.
And he was, right now in my business, one of my mentee is my partner.
Oh.
This business of helping 100,000 low-income families achieve the American dream of homeownership is one of my mentor students. And he, from Argentina, one of the greatest human beings I've ever met in my life. His heart is just pure gold. And he wrote the book, The PhilanthroInvestor. It's how to become not just an investor. An investor invests to expect a return. A philanthropist puts something without expecting anything in return. Just they want to do good for humanity. So he says, why does it have to be one or the other?
You can do both.
Why can't we put the two together and create a philanthroinvestor, somebody who's doing good? A philanthropist does good for humanity. So we are helping humanity, but also getting a health return. They're not mutually exclusive. And I literally, this is 5-year-old Inc. 500 fastest growing company. And he is my partner in this venture, because instead of trying to make the most money that we can, now we said, let's make sure that the homeowner wins, the investor wins, and then we're third on the line. If they do, when I do events now, when I talk to people, I said, I'm not here to sell you real estate. I'm not here to sell you investment. I'm here to share with you our mission and our values. And if that resonates with you, I'm here to recruit people to help us with our mission, because our mission is bigger than both of us combined.
And that's the philosophy, by the way, of
I promise you that, exactly. Prosperity. I said, if you and I focus on helping these homeowners, these low-income families become homeowners, then in the process, you and I will have money handsomely. We don't have to worry about us. And so that's what and the mission for is recruiting people who resonate with us. And we have an ambassador program that's global. That's why we have clients in 13 countries, because we create passive residual income. People in other parts of the world, they want passive income in US dollars more than they want in their own currency. So this has become a global opportunity, and there's rich people in every country. There's rich people in Bangladesh, there are rich people in Somalia, there are rich people in rich countries also. And we have ambassadors, they find these rich people, and we reward them handsomely for that connection, for that referral. We do all the heavy lifting. And last month, in the middle of this worst crisis, we had our highest month ever in the history of the company, because people are losing money in the stock market and they're looking for stability. And we have found a niche. Our program, this is not real estate, this niche program within real estate is recession proof. It's market resistant. We don't care about what the market does up or down. We are your steady Eddie.
Eddie.
Yeah. I said, if you want to 10x your money, please go buy Bitcoin, buy pink sheet stocks. I'm not your guy. But you could make 10x your money with Bitcoin, but you can also lose all your money. But if you want to make double-digit return in a safe and secure way, backed by real assets, then come to us. At the same time, you can sleep well that your money is changing the destiny of a family. Most people don't realize that right here, that 51% of Americans make less than $30,000 a year. Their average rent is $1,050. That means almost half of their income goes towards rent. They have no savings. They're one paycheck away from the food stamp, one paycheck away from losing it. And we can change that. These people are destined to be renters for the rest of their lives. I'm not talking about the homeless problems. There is a homeless issue. I'm talking about the working Americans, the middle class that are becoming the working poor. There's a third world country brewing inside of America if we don't do something about it. And nobody's talking about it. And because this is Cody the contractor, Frank the firefighter, Lisa the school teacher, they have a job. They provide valuable service to the community, but they're making $30,000 or somewhere around there. And they don't have the down payment. So we come in and give them for $2,000 down, and for half of what their rent is, they can now own a house. I tell
that
people,
is so incredibly special. So I have to ask you, Roger, because we only actually we're over about 20 minutes.
Yeah. I said
But
we're having a fireside chat.
but it was so exciting that what you were talking about was so very, very interesting. I just let the clock run. So bottom line, Roger, what are your before I close up the podcast, what are your final words of wisdom?
First, as I started this whole thing with, this time, be empathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Practice being unconditional and selfless. And no matter how bad it is, there's someone worse than you are. Go find help. And then there is no alternative of action. Take massive, massive action. The 10x. I gave you the book for the happiness is the how of happiness. And one of the books that I recommend is the 10x rule by Grant Cardone. The 10x rule, and it will give you a kick in the pants and what it takes to become successful. And right now, as I said, that I have hired additional people to do my marketing. And all the marketing, as I said, it's not to sell real estate. It's not to sell my mastermind. It is to connect me with thought leaders and influencers. And I want to have a one-on-one connection with them. And I am so much richer in this last 4 weeks, besides having the best month ever in the business. And by the way, my other business is completely down, the live event business. I don't know, because not just me, all
across the board. Right.
I don't worry about anything that across the board, because we all have to, or all in it together. But the things that you can do right now is you can reach out through LinkedIn, through Facebook, through the social media across the world. And so do not confuse social distancing with social isolation.
Thank you. That is huge. I keep saying that to people. Please, 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 please. Well, Roger, how can people find you?
Easiest way to get in touch with me is go to rogersalam.biz, rogersalam.biz, and Salam is S as in Sam, A-L-A-M as in Mary. And you can go and schedule a call with me. I would love to get to know you and on a one-on-one basis. Right now, we have time. That's one thing we all have. And that's why I'm reaching people across the world that I'm saying, I write to them. I have no agenda. I just want to see if we can help each other. I need all the help I can get.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, thank you so very much for your time, Roger, and for sharing your insights. It's very interesting. That I love learning about the money. I love learning about how you grew your real estate business. I love hearing your story. So many wonderful, juicy tidbits coming out of this time together at the Awaken the Possibilities podcast. And folks, to find us, you can go to Awaken the Possibilities Facebook group. It's called Awaken the Possibilities Business Hangout. Or you could, to listen to this podcast, it will be up on awakenthepossibilities.com. I'm Terry Wildemann, your host. Thank you, Roger Salam. And I look forward to seeing you next time. To your success.